on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel Salone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the London Monarchs. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight and right. Everyone, you got 4 down. Hey, inside. Easy.
Now Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's a baby side.
Running on first down, Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get him.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd and 2, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw on second down. Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Yeah, I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And as a result, possession switches hands. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Box it. For the 50. Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Howard complete. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
318.
Watch out.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 12 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Fields going down the middle, and it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Butker able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Right here, right here. Kill.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Operating from the gun, Fields buying time to his left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Exit.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Get 300. Get 300. 27, Mike. 27, Mike. Mike, 27. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's continue.
Rodgers to throw again. Flushed out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards the pickup there. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 15 yards on the play, first down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Fields. And he'll lay out out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Rodgers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Hey, Delta.
Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
That worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
There's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 6. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those.